Here's a word problem involving a rectangle. It says the length of a rectangle is 2 inches more than the width. The area is 35 square inches. Find the dimensions. So find the dimensions means find the length and width. So first let's draw the rectangle. Now you might even see what the answer is right away because you know the area is 35. Okay, but let's just pretend we don't know what the answer is. So the length of a rectangle is 2 inches more than the width. So let's say that this is, now we could label the width and length as L and W. Okay, that's fine. But in general, if it's possible, we want to get things with only one variable instead of two. Right now we have L and W, but if you read the first sentence, the length is 2 inches more than the width. So what that means is, okay, the length is longer, right? It's 2 inches more than the width, meaning that if you take the width and add 2, you get the length. So let's just replace the L by W plus 2 because that's the length. Now it says the area is 35 square inches. Find the dimensions. Well, the area is the length times the width, so that's W plus 2 times W, or just W times W plus 2 equals 35. And so we're going to solve for W, and then we can solve for L. Well, to do this, we distribute the W, so you get W squared plus 2W equals 35. Then you subtract 35 on both sides, so you get this. And at this point, you can either use the quadratic formula or you can factor. Let's factor. I think this one will factor as W plus 7 times W minus 5 equals 0. Now I have a product, right? I have two things that when you multiply them, product equaling 0, and there's the special property of 0, that one of these must be 0. So you set each of them equal to 0 and solve. So this first one gives you W is negative 7, and then the second one gives you W equals 5. Now these are the solutions to the equation W squared plus 2W minus 35 is 0. If you plug in negative 7 into W squared plus 2W minus 35, you will get 0. And if you plug in 5, you'll get 0. But only one of these numbers, negative 7 and 5, makes sense in the context of the scenario. Which one is it? Well, it's certainly W is 5 because the width is always positive, right? So the width cannot be negative, so we exclude negative 7 and we just keep W equals 5. So the width is 5 inches. And what's the length? Well, the length is W plus 2, so it's 7. And that's the answer.